Awesome. Well, let's dive right into it.
Yeah.
I guess my first question, though, is should I invoice you directly for my therapy or send that to your team? Because this show came for my neck. This was like my college experience, like right down to rapping super bass at a party for everyone and
You and I
impulsively
have to do
taking
that
the film
together.
class. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That
we have to.
was, yeah, really came from my neck. You did.
Thank you. I would just Venmo.
Yeah.
Venmo's
Oh,
so
great.
easy. Or Zelle. You just
That
go directly to me.
directly to the account and
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, you have mentioned you wrote this back in 2020. So I was
Mhm.
wondering, like, what is the biggest way overcompensating evolved from that initial draft, that initial idea, and what was something in your eyes that you feel like you really nailed in that first draft on the
Ooh,
flip
I
side?
think what I nailed in the first draft, we had that vroom vroom golf cart sequence, and that's
Mm,
always been in there. And then Lucky was always in it. And this kind of through line of music. But the vroom vroom sequence with Carmen was always in it. And I really, it never changed because I think every person who read it was like, it doesn't matter if you've stolen a golf cart, but there's one like story from a night out with your best friend where like you immediately latch onto it.
absolutely.
And so like that was something that I think when we were shooting it, I remember it was like 3 a.m. and it was just me and Wally on set. And then they had like all the, the full rigmarole of like shooting something like that. Um, and that was just like a really special night because I mean, me and Wally bonded so much during this because so many of our scenes are together. But I was like,
Mhm.
God, this is crazy. I wrote this when I was like, yeah, this would have been like, yeah, 5 years prior to, and then just being there, that felt like that was always going to be there. And yeah, I think that's like maybe the one thing in the pilot that just was always untouched. Because with a pilot, I think I wrote 90 drafts of it. Like
Oh
you
my
just,
God.
it's so tricky and it's so hard to, I also am such a perfectionist and I started to really feel so much for these characters. And I think the biggest change is just how much of an ensemble it became
Mm,
because it became so exciting for me and for my showrunner, Scott King, and I think for everybody involved. Um, this idea of overcompensating extending to everyone around us. And I really, the more I got inspired by Grace and being played by Mary Beth and Peter and Adam DeMarco and like and Haley even and Holmes, like those just more and more. I just wanted them even more in that pilot and even more throughout the series and to show I think this world that's also it's so fun to dive back into it right now with season two because I just know these characters so well that
uh,
it's just like I can rip through a scene because I'm like I just know exactly what
mhm,
they would say. They're so real. So the pilot it was trying to make sure that those voices felt as strong as they feel to me now
mhm.
in the the first 5 minutes. But oh, so many rewrites. Oh my god,
Oh
pilots
my
are. I'm so happy I'm not writing a pilot this season.
Yeah,
That's kind of
you
my
just get to do it. Oh my God.
you're just like we know who the fuck everyone is. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely succeed on that. I feel like it's so rich and distinct and specific. That's like one of
Thank you.
my favorite things about it. So kudos on getting it there.
Thank
I
you.
know it's very hard.
Oh
Um,
my God. Yeah.
I think another kind of difficult thing that you pull off pretty flawlessly in this is the tone. I think it walks such a
Mm.
cool line of this like absurdism, but it's also super earnest. I found. What was the key for you in striking that tonal balance?
Yeah, I think just allowing for college to feel like a fever dream and sexy and big and the stakes be so high, but then allowing for the really small moments in a dorm room that feel so intimate and sweet and honest. And I think the show is so much of like a come up and a come down, which feels like going out in college and these really high highs. And I think they're matched by a really low low 30 seconds later. Like, and I
Yeah.
still feel that in, um, all the time, but I just in college, it just everything feels so just like hyper intense. And I think, you're young and you just want to be loved so much. But then you're drinking so much and you're doing drugs and you're horny and I think that was always our thing of like college is a circus. So allowing for a really devastating moment like the end of episode 5 to happen right after we've made a joke about a girl spreading mono because she's like sick of everyone on campus like that feels honest to me. I'm like that feels
Yeah.
like college or someone's in a dick costume and they pass by screen right while someone's getting their heart broken is so college. And
It
that's
is.
so, I think we're afforded the luxury of like this setting kind of being um, tonally bizarre in a
Hmm.
fun way. Like that's what college is. It's
Yeah.
like it really um everything is absurd to a degree, and everyone's acting in such insane ways, very entertaining ways. And then it's those intimate moments, I think, in allowing for that. Because the second you're with one other person where you feel like you don't have to do the full show is when we can, chill it all out and allow
Yeah.
for space and length. And I find that too in writing season two, like really allowing for those moments to have their the length they deserve, and I think the weight that
Hmm.
they carry at that time in your life.
Yeah. I've never heard someone refer to college as a circus, but like that is probably the
Yeah.
best indication of that experience.
Yeah,
And
it's like
not
a
the fun
circus
Britney
revolving
Spears
around.
circus.
No,
No,
no, honey. There's
no,
only two
no.
types of people in the world. Yeah, it's very. I think sometimes in the show, some of the most fun things to write are just the circus surrounding Benny and
Yeah.
Carmen. Like we can have that really sweet moment, but it's like, I just wrote a scene where like a guy in the background is throwing up, and then it's like you just have
Yeah.
these. It's like it's such a, you know, it's insane.
It's yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Would never go
Mhm.
back, but
No,
uh,
but I have to.
uh,
I keep having to go back. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like that
uh,
nightmare Scott. I'm like the guy who peaked, like
oh
I'm
no.
always back in college. I'm always back in college thinking of like these stories and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna never talk about college again when after this show. It's like this is it.
Yeah. Well, at least it's paying off in a big way, I feel like,
Thank
sharing
you. It
it.
is.
Yeah.
It's feeling like it. Yeah.
Good. I kind of wanted to talk about the physicality of your performance. I think it's so smart and subtle. So subtle, like I think if you're not like paying attention or if you haven't been there, maybe you'd miss it.
Yeah.
Specifically when he's switching
Hmm.
with like different people. Could you talk about building out that like physicality and kind of finding that throughout the
Yeah.
season?
Yeah, I think for me, it was a lot about a stiffness and a restriction, and that being a thing of like, I worked with Nancy Banks, who's a brilliant acting coach, and because I think I really wanted to surprise myself and challenge myself in this of not being like, oh, it's me, I was there, I did it, whatever, and really thinking about it as a character. Because I mean, there
Hmm.
are a lot of differences between me and this character, and so I wanted to find that, and but I did return to old videos of myself in the closet and what I sounded
Mm,
like. And what I started to realize was like, it wasn't really about a high voice or a low voice. I kind of always have had like a little bit of a lower voice and a vocal fry, but that's just me. But it's allowing play within
yeah.
how I speak and how I, emote. So if Peter's in a scene, it would be like worse, neck is stiff, voice is
Mm,
just not going anywhere.
hmm.
But if Carmen's there and it's maybe just us, I kind of allow for a little bit more play and joking and using my hands, and my neck is a little bit more like relaxed and just a feeling like someone took a deep breath finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would just be kind of, I would just almost like check in with my body before every scene of like, okay, who's here? And
Mm,
naturally, like with just how brilliant the world was built out, I think, and with the sets by Shane Fox and the costumes by Hannah, like it just was so easy to be like, I'm not safe to be gay around him.
mm,
So the neck is here, it's like, and I found that at first watching the videos made me cringe so much, but then by the end, I just loved the like control over it and the
yeah.
power and being able to laugh at it and maybe feel sorry that so many of us feel that way, but that, yeah, but the hope of like that it like naturally starts to dissipate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I I feel that hard.
Mhm. Yeah.
No, fun times, right? I know. I'm like, ooh,
I love it all. You're catching me in season two. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this to myself again.
oh
But I,
gosh.
but I love it. I love it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate that you're doing it because the show means
Good.
the world to me.
That makes me so happy. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh, so kind of like one of my big parts of the show, I think it's so canon for like a lot of gay boys to have that formative female friendship,
Hmm.
especially when they're on the precipice of like getting out of the closet. So I was
Yeah.
just hoping you could tell me a bit about building out the dynamic between Benny and Carmen with Wally. I
Hmm.
think it's so beautiful and so real and fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's helpful to build it out when you really do love someone that much. I adore
Yeah.
her, and I think she's brilliant. And I named her after my godmother, who passed away when I was in college, the character. And I just felt like, yeah, it was just this feeling of like being protected and seen by someone. And I think being like, oh my God, I just feel like for some reason I can't do this bit that I've been doing in front of so many other people around you. And I
Mm.
think I felt almost that way when I met Wally. We were doing interviews for the writers' room, and I had a Zoom with her, and I just like completely was like, I fell in love with her. We were so different, but just immediately connected, and I just felt so safe with each other. And I think she would say the same, honestly. Like we really talk like every day. So it was something very beautiful. And I was like, that's how I felt when I met my best friend in college. It was like this first night and we did steal a golf cart. And I thought, I was just like, damn, this girl's crazy. But I was like, I just remember this feeling of like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna tell her. Like, I'm gonna tell her I'm gay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like I can't lie about anything to her. And
Hmm.
when I do, I feel awful finally. Like I feel weird and uncomfortable. And I think also, really trying to, I think in any way pay homage to or like try to capture just how life-saving women have been
Yeah.
to gay men. And
Yeah.
and I think that like the way they protected me in high school, in college, and still now, um, basically like you can see I spend all my time with Mary Beth. So it's like it's something even while like, it's like I'm just always with my girls. But
Yeah.
it's just it's such a life-saving friendship that I think
Hmm.
maybe on TV has felt more slapstick,
Hmm.
and I'm like, no, I really don't know if I'd be here without them. I
Yeah.
really I'm not sure.
No,
So,
I get
you know,
that.
and I think a lot of gay people feel that way. It's
Yeah.
like these protectors who are also, and what was so exciting to me and why I think the pilot changed so much was like you have this protector and they're going through their own world of pain, and they still
Hmm.
manage to make you feel like safe and seen in that. And I think we get to do that for them, and I think that's
Yeah.
an exciting thing for the show, is like that maybe in season 2 Benny maybe gets to repay the favor, because I think we get to
Good.
do that at a certain point.
Oh, well, lovely, lovely, because I think the women on the show and at large just deserve the world. So
They're
that's
so
exciting to
good.
hear. Uh,
Don't I have such a good cast? It's
it's a
crazy.
little unfair to like
It's
other
so
shows.
unfair. I
It's so
completely
unfair.
agree. And I'm like, I feel no ego. I'm just like, I have
No,
the best cast.
yeah, you
Like they're
did that.
just, I kind of like, they're just, I mean, it's crazy. All the women, I didn't realize this at the time, but all the women are stand-ups. And I didn't like, and
Hell yeah.
I think it was something that it was someone asked on the panel. And then, yeah, once I thought about it, I think it's why, yeah, it's so inspiring to write for them, but also like you write for them almost to be alone in a scene because they can take a scene alone and they
Yeah,
can tell a story by themselves. And like I think that's what Wally, Mary Beth, and Holmes do so beautifully.
they're incredible. It's
Yeah.
stupid good. It's
The boys are good too, whatever.
they're fine. It's fine. We like
Yeah,
men.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
women, what's the Reese
But the
Witherspoon clip?
girls,
Women's stories matter.
women's stories matter. They just
They
matter.
matter.
Period.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, kind of going off of like you writing for other stand-ups, I really related to this idea of reintroducing yourself to new people who have like no prior
Totally.
knowledge of your life and testing the waters on identity. But it made me think about how this project kind of feels like a reintroduction to a wider audience for you and a
Hmm.
big introduction to a lot of these comedians who have been kind of pounding the pavement for a bit.
Hmm.
What are you kind of hoping people who aren't as familiar with like your work walk away from the show or have only known you in like your online persona, your comedy?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it is very you, but it is very different than like what we've been privy to
Totally.
previously.
I think, I catered to what the internet was, which was probably like a bit louder and a bit
Hmm.
more like, you only have a minute. So it's just like, you just got to go absolutely fucking feral in that
Hmm.
minute. But it's so interesting. I feel like the feedback I got from friends and family the most from the show is they were like, it like feels like you. This is like so
Hmm.
you. And I'm really lucky for that, because I think that's because of Prime and Amazon MGM and Strong Baby and A24 and Scott King, my showrunner. allowing it to really have my voice. I think if all you saw was this show, like, my comedy, and I think also, like, my heart, like, I think that I put everything in this, and it's
Yeah.
my experience, and the, I think I wanted to make a show where you're kind of rooting for everyone because I hadn't seen that in a long time. And I felt like we have to start rooting for people again a little bit. And
A little bit.
like, it just felt like I want to see the good. And even like a douchebag who's like cheating on his girlfriend, like there's something sad and pathetic about him because he's still
Yeah.
21 years old. Like there's a reason why he's doing that. And I'm trying to find it and trying to, like, maybe not forgive him totally, but maybe a little bit. And I think that's all a part of a thing that I think I'm interested in, and this idea of performance, and just performing to be accepted and loved, I think is something that's so universal. And but I do think that even season two even feels more like me. I think I'm getting away with a little bit more, which is fun. But yeah, I think it's a totally appropriate introduction to me in every way. I
Good.
think it is so me. And I mean, I'm naked in it. I'm fully naked. You get everything.
What
This
better
is me,
way?
honey.
This that's what they were
Spread
talking
ass
about
cheeks.
in The Greatest
Yeah,
Showman.
like,
This is
what,
me.
this is me, hun. Like, I kind of left it all out there. And that's what I thought the whole time. I was like, if this is all I get to make ever, let's just go for it. And let's lick a condom. Let's fucking get naked in the woods. Let's like throw up to boom clap,
Ooh.
whatever.
As one
It's
does, as we all
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Um, just to wrap it up on like maybe a simple note. All your episodes are named after songs. I
Hmm.
was just wondering, I know you can't really dive too much into it yet, but if you had to pick a song to describe season two, what would it be and why?
Mm. Oh, that's such a good question. Which one would I do? Well, we start with Oops, I Did It Again, which I revealed, but I don't know if that's necessarily what season two feels like. I feel like it kind of feels a little bit like Little Secrets by Passion Pit. That's
Ooh,
definitely in there. And then
okay.
um and like a little, maybe a little track 10.
Okay.
I think it
Yeah.
feels a little bit like track 10.
Oh, great. Now I'm going to be more feral for season two.
I think you might be. It's really, I don't know even know if we're gonna play track 10, but it feels like
No,
track
but
10.
yeah.
Because I would only play it if it was like perfect. Like I would never use that
No,
song if it
yeah.
wasn't like impeccable, because it's like my favorite song of all time. But yeah, I think Lucky was so the first season in every way.
Yeah.
It's like these people that you think like are fine and they're not. No one's fine. But I think in season two, yeah, I think there's something bubbling, and like a real desire for love and acceptance. And yeah.
So if you want to just like send it over to me now, I'll
I'll
take
send
season
you all the
two. Yeah,
scripts.
it's great.
Yeah, we
I'm
only
ready
have
for it.
three, so yeah, I need you to have the
Great, great.
full shebang. Yeah, but it's all
Uh,
coming, and we know where it's headed, and I'm very excited so far of what we have. It's
uh,
really, I think you're gonna get everything you want. Maybe some things you didn't know you wanted.
oh,
Maybe you'll
oh,
be mad at me. I hope we'll see.
oh. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
what a note to end on.
yeah.
What a
This
setup for
was
season two.
lovely. I'm obsessed
Oh,
with you.
oh my God, I'm obsessed with you. This is a big
Yeah.
honor for me. Like your
How was the
formative text for
ultrasound
me.
tour? I didn't see
Oh,
it.
life changing.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
going through a breakup, so I thought it would kill me actually.
you know, I think it killed me as someone who wasn't. So
Okay,
like
so I'm good.
kind of damned if you
Yeah.
do, damned if you don't, I guess. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, it looked incredible.
it was great. It was kind of life-changing, but yeah.
I find that
Uh,
album very underrated.
I love that album. I kind of
Yeah.
think it
Oh,
may be
400
one of the
Lux
best.
also might be season two. 400 Lux is kind of season
Oh
two.
my God. We're you see me.
You know what I'm saying? I
Oh
see
my
you.
goodness.
You see
Oh my
me.
God. I see you, sister.
Two
Um,
grown women. Two grown women.
reaching through the screen and seeing each other. There it
Literally.
is.
Yeah. Yeah, finally.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time. Again, the show means so much to me. Like, I really
Thank
genuinely
you.
wish I had this in college.
That's so nice.
It would have done wonders for me then. Saved
Thank
some
you.
therapy. But yeah, thank you for the
Yeah.
time. It's such an honor to meet you. And yeah,
Yeah, you
hopefully we could
too.
do this in person sometime. Yeah,
Would love to. Please. Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you.